Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Alison and welcome. If you guys haven't followed my channel, what are you doing now? Make sure you guys subscribe down below and click that ring bell button so that you get notification whenever I upload a new video. So for today's video, I'm doing a foundation review, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. This is their new launch bottle foundation from the brand. So if you guys are interested how this works on my skin, then let's keep on watching. Okay guys, so we're testing out this foundation today, and this is their new launch foundation from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I am really excited to try this out today. So I bought this at Ulta, but I'm gonna look into the Sephora.com and see how this foundation claims to be. So this Luminous foundation, it retails for $38 on Sephora.com, and it did come in 50 shades. So this is a water-resistant liquid foundation that creates a luminous, natural finish, and is a long-wearing even without setting powder. This is a medium coverage with natural finish and liquid formula foundation. It's good for normal, dry combination, and oily skin. Ingredient called out in this foundation is free of parabens and mineral oil. This product is vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. And this available in 50 shades. Luminous foundation blurs any imperfection, including discoloration and unevenness, without kicking or masking the skin's natural radiance. The easy-to-blend formula goes on seamlessly and leaves the skin with a perfect-looking complexion, free of flashback or oxidation. So that's all the claim on this foundation, and if you guys are interested how this works on my oily texture and blemishes skin, then let's keep on watching. So for the base, I already applied my back under eye brightener before applying the foundation. It helps to reduce my dark circle underneath my eye. And now I am using my Ole Harrison Banana Bread Face Brightener to apply on all over my face as a primer. And now this is what the foundation bottle looks like, and it does come with a pump, so I'm just gonna take 2 pumps out. So this is what the texture looks like. It's not as liquidy as the previous foundation that I reviewed on my channel, the Pat McGrath, but it's still going down a little, but it's not as liquid as my previous foundation. So I'm just gonna apply on this side of my face. And let's check out the coverage. So now I'm gonna apply this with my e.l.f. sponge. And the way I usually apply my foundation, I like using a sponge instead of a brush, because brush, it tends to give me like streak marks and it doesn't blend well on my skin with textured skin, so I always go with the sponge. So if you guys seeing my lips is a little bit red because I'm using my YSL lip oil, and this is only like lip moisturizer that I have at my vanity right now because my lips are so dry from being under the sun yesterday, the whole day. I was at a boat party with my friends, and if you guys haven't followed on my Instagram, make sure you guys give it a follow. Up here, my name, I'm gonna leave it on the screen, because I have been posting a lot of my daily life and stuff that I've been going through on my daily basis. So you guys are interested what I have been up to, you guys can follow my Instagram. So this one side of my face, it looks pretty natural and not super dewy, but it looks more of a healthy looking compared to this side of my face without a foundation on. You can see there's still some redness on this side compared to this side. So I'm just gonna finish up this on my face. But yeah, basically Instagram, you can see what I've been up to. And again, yesterday I went to the pool party and I played wakeboard, and that's like the whole main reason that I was in a pool party, because I haven't played wakeboard for about 4 years. And today I just felt really sore. My whole body, I can stretch it out, even my neck. This is like as far as I go back. And I'm still trying to hold out myself and do what I love on my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so close up look. This is the finish of the foundation on my face. I haven't set anything on top of this foundation yet, but this side of my face, you guys can see It's a little more of a natural side. It does give you a little shine on the face, but it's not as dewy that it makes you look like you have glow on your face. But it's more like a natural glow more than like it's super dewy look. And as you guys can tell, this side of my face I have acne on this side, and it's a little dry up around the acne surface, so it does cling into the dry area around the acne spot. And on this side of my face, I did put a second layer on this side to cover up the blemishes. So as you guys can see, this side, it doesn't cover up the blemishes. I did put on a second layer on top on this side to see if it cover up, but it doesn't give you much of a coverage. But still, it covers up a little, but it's not as much. So this foundation, I would say, is more like a natural, your skin but better kind of foundation. But if you guys do have dry patches on your face, I think it would just cling to your skin and your dry patches. So my initial thought on this foundation, it blends very easily, but it clings to the dry patches, and it gives you a very natural, your skin but better look. It does give you a little dewiness, like healthy looking skin, healthy glow on your face. So the coverage on this foundation, I would say, is more like a light coverage to barely touch the medium coverage. I do think this foundation is buildable. You can build it to medium coverage, but for me, I just like more of a natural looking. As far as foundation application, I only apply 2 layers, but it doesn't cover up a lot. So now I'm just gonna finish the rest of the makeup, and I'm gonna set my face with loose setting powder. Now it's 2:08. So this is my first initial thought on this foundation. Okay guys, I'm back with the full face makeup on, and it's been about 30 minutes since I have been applying this foundation on my face. So when I was applying the rest of my makeup on the face, it just blend easily on the face on top of this foundation. Everything applies smoothly, so I don't have any issues on applying stuff on top of this foundation. And because I do have oily skin, so I do have to set my makeup with a loose setting powder every single time. So I did set my makeup with the Kylie Cosmetic Translucent loose powder to set this makeup off. And I feel like because the Kylie loose setting powder is still new in the market, and I recently just purchased this, I tested it out for 3 days, and these few days I don't have any issue with setting this translucent powder on top of the face. But I feel like on my under eye, it feels like it brightened a little, or I'm not sure, that I get a little tan during the weekend on the boat party, so it's a little more brighter on the under eye, but the rest of my face, it looks fine. It's set very nicely on top. So after setting off the makeup with the loose setting powder, I did go on with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist to set it all over my face to give it more of a natural, less kicking look, because I feel like it's a little drying on my face right now because I haven't moisturized or do any face mask after, again, the pool party, so it might tends to be a little drier on my face. So I did go on with the mist before applying the rest of the makeup, and after I have all makeup on the face, I set it with this again and set up a more of a matte control oil of a setting mist. So as I was blending this foundation on the face and looking at the bottle by itself, I found something similar in my makeup collection that I already own. So in my makeup collection, I did find my Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and just the bottle by itself, it looks so similar. Glass bottle and the cap, they look very similar to me, and as I was blending it in, I feel like there's similar texture while blending into the face. So if you guys have followed my channel, and if you guys did watch my top 10 or top 5 favorite foundation in my collection, this is one of them. And I feel like this, not only the packaging looks alike, but the texture, blendability, everything, it looks really similar. And I believe this is Anastasia's second foundation in their brand, and the first one is a stick foundation. It works fine on the face, but I don't tend to use it a lot with the stick foundation. But I'm really excited to see how this would work on my oily skin with texture, blemish skin. So today I'm just gonna have this all over my face and give you a full review. But I don't want to see how this foundation works and compare them side by side. So on the second day foundation review, I will put this Anastasia on this side of the face and Nars foundation on this side of the face to compare them throughout the whole day and give you guys a review. So I want to give you guys a little shade reference. I did get this in 210 neutral. So this is the Anastasia 210 neutral. And because I did get a little thinner during the summertime, so this is what the color looks like on the back of my hand. And now that I get a little thinner, I got a new shade on Nars, which is Punjab is my shade, I believe. Because I did get 2 different shades since it's summertime. So Punjab is probably my summer shade right now. A little more of a neutral side. Even though Anastasia, you guys can see it says neutral, but it's more of a yellow undertone. And this is Nars Punjab. It's more a neutral tone, which matches my skin tone perfectly in the summertime. And then if you guys are my foundation twinsy during the winter time, this is what the shade looks like with the Nars that when I was a little lighter on the skin, which is Vienna. So Vienna, this is a lighter color, more towards to the spring and winter time. So hopefully this shade will help you guys to pick your color, what you should be getting on the reference of Nars and Anastasia. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to you guys in a few hours later and see how this foundation works on my oily texture skin, and I will see you guys later. Guys, it's now about 7 p.m. so I've been wearing this foundation about 5 hours, and this is what it looks like. I feel like it's pretty dewy during this 5 hours wear and a little oily, so I did blot my face with some tissues while I was in the bathroom, but I see that my eyeliner is transferring, probably because the eyeliner doesn't suit this weather. But overall, you guys can see the coverage is still on. It's just that it's a little too oily for my face. You can see my forehead is oily as well, so I'm gonna wear this about 3 or 4 more hours to see how this work out on my skin. But this is the quick update on this 5 hours wear. Even though it's dewy, but the foundation and the coverage is still on, so I feel like this foundation, it does hold up the coverage, but it just gets you oily if you guys have oily skin. So I'm gonna check back with you guys later. Guys, this is my final update, and now the time is 12:27. So I've been wearing this foundation for about 10 hours since I applied this foundation on the face. So now, as you guys can see, it has been 10 hours. My face is pretty oily, and it's to the point that I feel like I need to blot my face. If you guys see my finger, it's super oily. Even though that I touch my face, I can feel the oil. It's like I can grease a chicken nuggets. So this is how oily it is after 10 hours. I haven't blot after the second update, so this is how long it stayed, about for probably 8 hours since the last time I blotted my face. So I have to say, this foundation, even though it's oily, it did hold up pretty good on the face. Foundation is still on, everything is still on. But then again, I don't know, is it because too oily or what? My eyeliner didn't stay. You guys can tell it's like transfer on my lower lash line. But this foundation, I have to say, 10 hours, foundation still on, but it gets me very oily even though I use a loose setting powder. So I don't think this foundation, it works for oily skin. If you guys have oily skin, it will makes you oilier after 8 hours of wear. Even though like the 4 or 5 hours mark, I start getting oily. So I don't think this foundation is good for oily skin. And also around my chin area, I feel like it creates more of the whitehead. So nose area, I originally already have those whiteheads on my nose, but my chin area, it creates more whiteheads around this area. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. So here you guys can tell more whiteheads. It just shows up on my chin. So I would say this foundation I'm gonna pass for now because it just gets me really oily. So tomorrow I'm gonna test out half face with the Anastasia and half with the Nars foundation and see how it works, comparing side by side. And now I only have like 6 hours of sleep because I'm waking early tomorrow to work. So hopefully I can do the foundation review tomorrow. If not, I'll do it the next day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, today is the next day. I made it. It's 7 10 a.m. in the morning, and I did apply my foundation this side of my face with Anastasia Beverly Hills new foundation. And I feel like this foundation, it gives you a more natural, dewy, skin-like, glowy looking on the skin, even though I set it with a matte setting powder from Cover FX. So today I'm trying out a different loose setting powder to see how it holds on the face, and I'm only using my matte setting spray to see how this hold up my whole makeup, because yesterday was really oily, so I want to see how it works out with a different setting powder and a mist. So again, this side of my face I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm using a very little amount, and this side of my face I'm using a Nars Luminous foundation. So I feel like with the Nars, it gives me more coverage on this side with the blemishes that I have, and when I blend it into my skin, I feel like it's more of a moussey texture, more solid than the Anastasia Beverly Hills. But the little goes a long way with the Nars. Just a very tiny little amount, it covers up my whole area of the face. So this side of my face is more liquidy of foundation, it blends easily, and this side of my face is more of a moussey texture. It gives you more coverage with a little amount of foundation, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go out and about and go to work, and I'm gonna give you guys an update how this foundation worked out on my oily skin. So again, today I'm using a different loose setting powder and a different setting mist to see how this will last on my oily skin. Hi guys, I'm doing a final update on this foundation review. So right now the time is 3:22, which means I've been wearing this foundation for about 9 hours, and I do realize this foundation on the Anastasia Beverly Hills one is glowier than the Nars, and I get very oily on my forehead. As you guys can tell, it's getting really oily, that it had the marks, scratch marks with my nails. And this area between my brows is definitely super oily, and this area on my face is oily than this side of the face, if you guys can tell. I mean, they're really similar, but I feel like the Anastasia is really oily, so I don't think this foundation works on my skin. Even though I set it with the Cover FX matte loose setting powder, it usually just controls my oil, but in this case I feel like it's still very glowy on my face. It's getting really oily for this 9 hours mark. My forehead, it's super shiny. So update, I don't think this foundation will work on my oily skin. I feel like the Nars is hold up a lot better than the Anastasia. You guys can see on my nose area is how shiny it is compared to this side. So I'm gonna pass this foundation, but if you guys think this foundation review, it helps you guys out to pick up this foundation, please give me a like on this video and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next foundation review. Bye.